Welcome, everybody, and thank you. So I'm really here today to talk about how you can service your customers better. Now, most of you here are still a retail bank with a physical retail footprint. But of course, for a lot of the companies here, there's some great innovation. But a lot of that innovation is around how not to talk to your customers, how not to interact with your customers, how to push your customers to purely digital channels. And that's great. Digital should be an option. You should not exclude digital. But equally, nor should you exclude that physical presence that you have. At the end of the day, a lot of customers interacting with you really want to have to speak to someone. You know, people still like speaking to people. And if they're making big financial decisions, that idea that they actually get to speak to someone at a time that's convenient for them is absolutely important. So that's what BookingBug's all about. And for the customer, it's important you do this in a truly omni-channel way. And some people say, well, you just book an appointment and you turn up in store. But that's not connected to your call center. So they phone the call center to move the appointment, but the call center says, oh, I don't have an app for that. That's not connected to my system. I can't help you. Your customer doesn't care. They don't care that you've got one guy that does your retail banks, one guy that does your mobile app, one guy that does your website. They just want a connected experience that brings everything together. And that's, again, where BookingBug can help. And I'm going to lead off here with an example from retail, because retailers understand this very well. They've been leading in omnichannel for quite a few years now. They understand, particularly the retail stores with a physical footprint, they think about what they can do that Amazon can't. How can they beat Amazon? That's always their challenge. And they can do that by offering a more personal service. So I'm going to start with a brand you all know well. Babies R Us. It's not a bank, but at the same time, they do appointments. They do appointments in their stores for expectant mothers. They also run events. We've been speaking to a lot of banks recently, and events is actually an increasingly important thing for them. Bringing people back into the branch, offering them training courses, digital training courses, financial training courses, all that kind of thing is a great way of building relationships with your customers. Banking is still a personal service. It's still a personal business, and you need to maintain personal relationships with your customers. You can't just use technology to intermediate them out of your way. So let's run through an example here, because there's nothing like running through a live example on a dodgy web connection. So we'll see how well it works. Slowly is the answer to that. But we can see here with Babies R Us, I'm actually going to go through booking an example of an event, because actually Babies R Us do a bunch of different things. And I'm going to start here with a simple search. Now, the key thing here is I can do a find near me. So it's automatically using my location. And obviously, this is a thing that works fantastically on a mobile phone. So if you've got a mobile web app and someone says, I want to book an appointment near me, they can do that immediately from their phone. So we can see there's a Babies near us, and we can book an event. We can see what's going on there. We can book an appointment. So we can see immediately, next event upcoming, introduction to hypnobirthing. Probably not for me, but you never know. That's an innovation. But let's move on to a different example here, one that I can actually book. And I'm going to move on to a banking example. So this is just a banking demo. And again here, the point is this is all completely branded. And I'll show you at the end some different examples about how BookingBug can build examples that exactly match your brand. Because at the end of the day, it's your customer, and you need to have that relationship with them. So we're going to book here an appointment for a new service. Now here's where you think, appointment booking, is it really that innovative? But let me talk to you about how you can offer a better service for your customers, but also a better service for your associates. So here, for example, we've got a list of time slots we can book. But actually, I can't find a time here. I can come in for an in-branch appointment. So I can switch that here to a telephone appointment. Now suddenly, if I click that, the system will automatically merge availability from multiple different things. It can merge availability from multiple branches. It can find the most appropriate person with the best skill set to go through that process with them over the phone. They could be in a contact center or they could be in a branch. And ultimately, this drives efficiency. You've got people sitting in a branch not speaking to anybody. If they could have actually done a telephone appointment that you sent off to a call center somewhere in India, but actually that branch guy could have done that, he could have closed another deal. He could have opened another account. So you can offer your branches a better service here and better access to the customers. And that applies all the way through. We talk sometimes about customer experience, but equally for your branches, associate experience is just as important. And for your customers, once they've gone through the booking process, they want to see the same service when they walk in. You want an arrivals app where you can say, welcome, Mr. Smith, we're expecting you. John will be with you shortly. He has all your details. He's expecting you. You haven't turned up and no one's there to greet you. Greeter apps, arrival apps, queuing apps, all of these kind of technology we can do because you need to work across the channels, and customers want that connected together. So we enter all the details here, but in this case, I'm an anonymous person. But if I was signed into the mobile app, it should know who I am. In fact, it could even know who my personal banker is. Let me give you some different examples. Anyone that likes golf might have booked an appointment with Golfsmiths. We do a booking system for them where you don't just pick a store near you, you actually pick the advisor you like. Here's a photo. So if you had a personal banking advisor, sure, in a branch, it could be anonymous people. You just book with the next person available that has that skill set. But actually, if you've got wealth management clients, imagine on the mobile app, it says, I know who your personal wealth advisor is. And in fact, I've got his real-time calendar, I've pulled it from Exchange, and I'm showing it to the customer on the phone. And they can book right there to say, I'd like to see him next Thursday. All of that live. And live is critical. Real time is critical. I've seen people say, we've got an appointment system. You sort of select a time, and we sort of have to find someone to do it. That's not good enough. Then you have to move it. Then you have to cancel it. But let me show you a few more quick examples, just to show you the kind of flexibility that BookingBug offers. This one is a bra booking system for a department store. Looks nothing like the last one at all. This one here is an appointment booking system for every embassy in the world. We do this for the British government. So you want to come and talk to us, you want to talk to us about scalability, you want to talk to us about security, you want to talk about performance and delivery, reliability. This is the kind of stuff we do. We do it for banks, we do it for retailers, we do it for government. Ultimately, for all these companies and all these governments, it's about putting the customer first. It's about engaging better with the customer. And that's what we do. If you care about engaging with your customers, come and vote for BookingBug and come and see us at stand at 7:31. Thank you very much.